It's Week 14 of the 2047 season as we get set for a Super Bowl 56 rematch. It's the Rams and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills, we're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there, but we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation. But yeah, that...
Final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go. It's week 14. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. From the 39. He sends this one to the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. He'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him down right along the 30. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking for a throw here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. He's on the move. He takes it himself. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. And another stop along the line. Defense with a great couple of back-to-back reps. And the Bengals bring it out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. He has the first over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To the air now on 1st and 10. Escapes the puck. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Lone back gets the handoff. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running back sent in motion. Here we go. 2nd and very long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. The Rams are set to punt. He has it at the 33. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Bengals football. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. They'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now a 4th down staring right at him. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams and their running back about to get back to work. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, He's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back-to-back carries here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards there, partner. A strong gain, and now a much more manageable 3rd and 4. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Brought in inside the 20. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Throwing on 2nd and 4. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They give it to him up the middle. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and they remain just short of the end zone. It's 4th and goal.
Well, this defense has risen to the occasion, and now, Kate, they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
Field goal unit coming on. Looks like the Bengals will settle for 3. This is a chip shot from the left hash. One of the league's elder statesmen knocks it through. And that will add to their score.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. He's got it on the bootleg. Looking for a... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. The Rams are set to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 10-0 ball game. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have it on 2nd and short. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Design bootleg here. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
His work begins at the 31. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And the Rams will take possession. They go play action on 1st. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Motioning the tight end now. To throw here on 1st down. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself. When you talk to kickers about kicking field goals of this length, they will tell you, Kate, you got to keep it a little lower and you got to drive it. But you still got to be accurate. Basically, all the pieces got to come together like they just did to hit from that distance.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bengals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Rams will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that defense got a little something extra after the pick, and any return is normally a product of good coaching. They drill this all the time on the practice field about becoming a runner, finding the near sideline, your defensive players becoming blockers. And I know it doesn't show up as a ton of return yards on the stat sheet, but boy, every yard's important and critical in the game of football.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Completed to his running back. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now a give on the counter. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. He's going to throw this one. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Now the Rams trying for the field goal. This a 48-yard look for him. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And this drive, Rock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing from the gun here. Complete out to the right. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the Rams' 48-yard line.
From the 48. Caught by his back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. Finds a man right side. And they take him down right along the 30. Offense set for a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing it again here. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So it'll be 2nd down. Now the run here from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
To the air, 3rd and long. And the deep ball falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Field goal unit coming on. Looks like the Bengals will settle for 3. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They're facing a 13-6 deficit as they take over. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Throwing out to the left, cut! And this one does not go far. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He's dropping back to throw. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. It's the Rams with 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing now from the gun. He'll get this one to Parker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back now, pressure on it. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And now the Bengals have it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Complete over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Running back sent in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. From the 16. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They motion the slot man right. Shotgun now on 3rd down. This one's quickly to Jones. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 4-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Catch is made in close. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals will add to their lead at the end of the half. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Rams are going to get the football one last time in this 1st half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. Here's 2nd and 2. Shakes himself free. Buys time, rolling right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. He's back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. He'll throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. We've hit halftime here in Cincinnati. The Bengals carrying a lead into the locker room. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Cleveland Brown Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. The Cards still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Falcons trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Jaguars trying to finish that one off and claim victory.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Starting from the 5. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Rams headed out to the field now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 44. This one goes for 3 yards. And it brings up an LA first down. They motion the tight end over. Going to the ground again on 1st. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. He'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Throwing off the play fake here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offense.
We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
To throw it on 1st down. He's got a man left. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Quickly out to the right, complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll send him over right. They'll throw on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams, ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And you tell us this all the time, Brock. Touchdowns aren't the only stats that make a quarterback, right? Yep, he's nodding right now. But the absence of any from his ledger, well, that's problematic. And his struggles are indicative of the challenge that this offense as a group has really been fighting all game long. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throwing the out route complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Right up the gut. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Design bootleg here. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Finds his back complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Here he is on 3rd and long. The screen pass falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at 4th and long. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out! Picked up by the Rams.
You know, Kate, this is one of those circumstances where you got to play it all the way through the whistle, right? Didn't look good defensively. Give up a big chunk passing play, but then you turn around and one hit totally changes the moment. You get the ball back and you turn the mojo in this building around.
The Rams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 41. This will be caught by Parker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down. Running back sent in motion. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 46. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that takes them to 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's out of bounds just before the sticks, Brock. And they're going to turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. From the 47. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Back to throw now. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first. 3rd and just 2 to go. Pass play now. That's caught for the first. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a gain of 4 there. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing it again here. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. Man in motion, out of the slot. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Out come the Rams on offense. Ball at the 33 for first down. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Searches from the pocket. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Pass play coming here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd and long for him here. He beams one deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 4th and long. They'll try and throw it here. He'll get this one to Parker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Catch is made down the right sideline. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
They'll throw it again. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here's 2nd and 11. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Working quickly here. From the gun on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Back to throw, needing a first. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. Has it in close. Touchdown, Los Angeles. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams cut the lead down to 10.
26. Rams 16.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. On 1st down, they'll run. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.